Welcome back to Pinero's Mind. Now today, I want to talk about the brother that passed away in Chicago, King Von. Now, I weren't going to clout chase and just like put out a video the same day that he died. I thought, let me give it a little few days so I can gather some more information to give to you guys, you know what I mean? And I don't know if you've seen the footage, but the footage is out there. You know, he got into an altercation in a club in Atlanta, and it involved, you know, a punch up that it ended up as a shooting, and he lost his life, and two other people with him also from his crew. Now, like I said, big respects to his family, you know. He's mother of his child, you know, he's gonna have to see that later on in you know, on the internet. That's one of the bad things about the internet, you know. In the future, your children can just go and just watch, type your name in and watch you, you know. So I say that to say, be careful what energy you're putting out, you know, because your children might think that it's cool. Now, Chicago, for those who don't know, which I'm sure you should all know by now, it's very high gun crime place, you know. It's a very high in gun crime, it's very high in gangs, you know. You got the GDs, you got the BDs, you got the Vice Lords, you know, and you got Bloods and Crips and all types, you know what I mean? So, and these people, like, they only live like a couple blocks away from each other, literally. Like, there's gangs that live like 3 minutes around the road from each other, and it's not like it's just a fist thing or a knife thing, they're actually shooting at each other. So, hence why there's so much, you know, gun crime over there, you know. They're elite, they know what they're doing, they bunch them all together, you know, and turn them against each other through the manipulation. So a lot of people, you know, from both sides of the crew I see are like from both different sides of different crews. For example, you got that FBG, they don't like OTF, and 300 and 600 and O Block, they don't really like them. So, you know, they're being very disrespectful, like very disrespectful online. You know, that shows us over UK that you guys have gone to the point of where, I would say personally, the point of no return. You know what I mean? When I hear some of the things, like, not only are you putting it in the music, see, music's changed people. Like, hip-hop's changed a lot. There was a time where even if you was going to talk about beef, for example, you do it in a subliminal way, you know, not necessarily a respectful manner, unless it's a direct track to like a certain artist. It's mostly done in a subliminal way. Like, you used to hear rappers saying it all the time. Oh, why are you talking subliminal? Why don't you, you know what I mean? And yeah, a lot of the artists back then used to always say things like that. Why are you being subliminal? Why don't you talk? That's how you know who, that word real is just overrated, right? But that's how you know who's really involved in what, you know what I mean? So you'd be sitting there thinking like, oh, but he's not saying his name, so he's not a real guy, innit? Because he's not saying his name. No, he is a real guy. That's why he's not saying his name. So if anything happens to him, you know, he's just being subliminal. So when police come to question him where he was that night, they're not even working out his lyrics. So you have to really question the ones that we're talking about, oh, say my name and stuff like that, you know. It's crazy, like, the way people think, you know, like, beefing on the internet. You got guys that go online and they're telling you, yo, drop your location. Like, drop your location for who? For you and for the police to know where you was. You know, it's like, so you got a lot of disrespect of the dead. Now, King Von was one of the ones that was involved in disrespecting the dead. You know, FBG lost, FBG duck, and also many more. Like, the amount of people that be dropping in Chicago is, when I'm watching it from this side, it's like, it's crazy. And wow, how the parents feel. Wow. So got the FBG duck, he passed away. Then you had King Von laughing, making songs. And you got 2Car, that's another guy that they all respect, you know, and they're making songs dissing dead people, like, and first of all, dissing the dead, it makes no sense because they're already dead. It ain't like they can defend themselves, you know what I mean? They're not even here anymore, so, you know, you would have thought to yourself, you know, not encouraging it, but like, you know, he passed away now, so just leave it like that. But no, there's some type of, I see some type of, people don't want to say it, but I will say it. There's some type of spiritual fight or battle going on in Chicago. They call Chicago the City of Angels, right? City of Angels. But what angels are you talking about? Fallen angels? Is it fallen angels? Because they would be, right? Because if the city is on earth, it's not in the heavens, right? So it would be the fallen that would be here, right? So it'd be the city of fallen angels. Maybe they forgot to leave that bit out. But this disrespecting of the dead is disgusting, like. And then family have got to see this, you know what I mean? Like, their children have got to go online, they've got to go to school. Like, imagine that, you know? These ain't the only guys, these guys are kind of young, but these are not the only people that's died to this rap situation. They got to go online, their children have got to go online or go to school and hear someone playing, you know, diss records and playing disrespectful stuff online. And it stays there, it's on the internet, it's there, you know? So, I don't even think it's even worth me telling you guys to stop dissing the dead. Because you lot have done so much bloodshed, you know, that I don't know if some of you guys are doing voodoo to stay alive. I've heard of there's one blogger, his name's Lowski, being real. He blatantly says that he does voodoo, man. Them spirits, they come to you, you know, they come to you, and I know you might be getting nightmares and all type of things, you know what I mean? Crazy nightmares. So, King Von, let's get back on subject, you know. So King Von, he was at a club in Atlanta, okay? So this is what makes it even a sadder situation, is that we all know the history and the label that Chicago got, right? You see Chief Keef and them, they got out of there. Billionaire Blackie got out of there. King Yella, he went to Las Vegas, you know. And it seems that he went to, Von went to Atlanta. Seen footage of him on a plane a couple times and stuff like that. But you know what you're forgetting? You're forgetting that Chicago rolls with gangs, you know what I mean? They roll with gangs. The GDs, like I said before, the BDs, the Vice Lords, you know, I don't know if there's any P stones there, but you got the Bloods and the Crips as well. But you're forgetting that they're everywhere. They're everywhere. In Atlanta, I'm sure they've got Vice Lords, P Stones, Bloods and Crips, GDs and BDs. And what makes it worse, you're going to go to a club. You obviously don't know the area as well as you might know an area in Chicago. And this, I'm not even talking to King Von, obviously. I'm talking to your people. I'm talking to anyone out there that's in a gang and feels that they can travel around like that. Because we all know when you're in a certified gang like that, you can't move how you want to move. Unless your gang is not active. And if you have a gang and it's not active, why you have a gang? It should be just a brotherhood, not a gang. But a lot of you guys want to be gangsters. Once you're in a gang, you're not going to be safe anywhere you go. Anywhere where there's Bloods and Crips, GDs, BDs, you're not going to be safe. Look what happened to Pop Smoke, rest in peace. He was a Crip, right? There's Crips all over the world, right? Well, not all over the world, but you know, in those regions. Didn't he get killed by Bloods? You see, the sad thing about what I'm saying, it's like, it's got to the point in hip hop now where you can't even just make that money and just say to yourself, all right, I'm going to go and move out the ends. But what ends you going to go to? Because so, a lot of you that go to Atlanta and LA to get more links. It's not hard to fly from Chicago or from... Man from Chicago can just fly over to where you are and kill you. So I say that to say, like, I don't personally think it's about... I don't personally think that it's about where you are. I feel it's about what energy you're putting out and what type of lyrics you're talking. Things are falling on my roof. Falling on my roof from the tree. Like I'm saying, I don't think it's about where you move to. I think it's about what energy you put out. And what you're talking about. I don't hear about no conspiracy guys getting shot. I don't really hear about them, you know, them guys that make them cheesy tracks for the girls and that. Yeah, I don't really hear about them not getting shot. Maybe robbed though, maybe robbed. Maybe robbed, but not shot or killed, you know. I ain't gonna start doing a King Von video talking about who's wrong and all that, because you're all talking greasy. You're all talking greasy. Yeah, and I see some of the comments and I see some of the comments on the video, and it's true that I have to agree, like, you know, not that I'm condoning it, but I have to agree that it was kind of strange for me to see King Von in a fist fight. It was crazy for me to see King Von in a fist fight. And why do I say that? Because every tune that he makes, he's talking about guns. I'll shoot this and do that. I keep telling people, you know, you see, once you walk around with the title of that you're a gun owner, or you telling people that you will shoot them, right? This is it's the same energy. The people them against you are gonna say to themselves, like, look, I know this guy is about his guns. You know what I'm saying? Let me just pop this guy now to save myself from having a shootout in the car park. Which they ended up having a shootout in the car park anyway, apparently. And there's some really weird stuff going on there, but we'll get to that in a minute. So like I'm saying to you, if you're talking about you're a gunman and this, that and that, it's more likely that when you get into beef, you're gonna get shot. I'm just telling you what it is. If you're a man and you're talking about you chef this and you chef that, and you UK drill guys, you know what I'm talking about. If you're talking about you're gonna chef this and you're gonna chef that, when you have that dark day, it's more than likely you're gonna get chefed. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what you're putting out there. That's the energy you're putting out. Every time you say it in a song, that's what you're putting out. So when your ops see you, they're gonna chef you. Just like if you kept putting out that you was a gunman and you had serious beef and you had guys that were taking you very seriously, when they see you, they're gonna light up your car. They're gonna bust shots after you. That's what's gonna happen. So if you're on a track talking about you're doing this and you're that and you're not about that life, then just know. And I've done videos on this before. I've done a video named "Why Did You Want to Be a Rapper So Badly?" And it's true. Why would you want to be a rapper so badly? There's so much other things you can do. You know, everyone wants to have all these mainstream type of jobs so people can see them. You know what I mean? No one wants to get money no more and not be seen. You know, that's why everyone's posting everything on bloody Instagram. You know what I mean? Get a new car, post it on Instagram. You know what I mean? Go out for a meal. Meal only costs like £15. You know what I mean? But they still post it on Instagram. You know, like, what about all the people that haven't even eaten but have Instagram on their phone? You know what I'm saying? Or using the street Wi-Fi. You know what I mean? To make sure they stay in contact with certain people on Facebook and stuff like that. And they can't even eat no meals, but you're posting all this food and all these lobsters and stuff. Goofy, man. Telling you what it is out here, people. You have to understand, like, not really the people, them, like, you know who I'm talking to, you know, the ones that want to be rappers and want to get involved in the streets and all this type of stuff, you know what I mean? But the spirit that you carry when you're on certain things, you know, no, always have a level, you know what I mean? Always have a level of things, you know. You understand? Like, don't always go all the way. Always have a level. You know what I mean? You don't have to be Tony Montana, like, you know what I mean? You don't have to be Tony Montana. And everything that you're doing out there, if you are doing it out there, yeah, not everyone has to know. You don't have to put it in a song. You know what I mean? Because when them police come knocking at your door, you know what I'm saying? Like, when them police come knocking at your door 4 or 5 months down the line, you're thinking everything's smooth, innit? This next summer rolls round, yeah, you're at a barbecue, yeah, you're at the park, you're good, you know what I mean? Yeah, and the next minute, you know what I mean? You're going to have a mad weekend, and then the next morning, police are coming to get you 6 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, you know why? Because probably someone told on you. That's the story these days, man. They don't keep it gangster no more. Everyone's just telling. There's no such thing as gangsterism no more. It's bullshit. That was some shit that you lot saw from the flipping, like, top hats and Tommy gun shit, man. You know what I mean? It's just survival out here. I keep telling people it's just survival. And surviving, yeah, is not going to a club without your things, yeah, and you're talking all that greasy, like, you're talking crazy. But you know what though, yeah? You know one thing that was weird though? Some people were saying that it was the police that shot Von. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. It's like, the police said they shot Von. Listen to this.
Last night in Atlanta, the police shot King Von and 2 of his people. Social media is active with, they're upset with the police. So if we have any jobs in Parkway, send 2 cars every time, okay? And keep your eyes open, be wary. They're not happy with the police over there.
Lounge up the street, there was a incident where 2 groups of individuals got into a physical altercation. That physical altercation escalated into an exchange of gunfire with those groups. 2 police officers who were working at that particular club or lounge noticed the gunfire, noticed the altercation, and engaged some of the people involved. There was a exchange of gunfire with police as well. At this particular point in time, we have about 5 individuals who have been shot. 2 are deceased, 1 is in critical condition, and 2 are stable.
But yeah, so just wise up a bit, man, when you're doing this, like what you're portraying out there and what you're putting out there, you know. Obviously, Von was already in the gang from the off, so he was already involved. Even maybe before he done the music, he was involved, you know what I mean? But sometimes some of these guys, yeah, they get a bit of money in their pocket, and they get a chain around their neck, yeah, and then they start walking around like they're invincible. I get it though, I get it how having your money and having a few men that can bust some shots for you, and you know, having your crew and all that can make you feel invincible. But you have to remember, man, we're just human beings, man, at the end of the day. Yeah, we can go as hard as we can go when we can go, you know what I mean? And we're not taking no L's over this side either. But bro, we're still just human beings, man. You know what I mean? If I get a lighter and burn my hand right now, it's gonna burn and it's gonna hurt at the end of the day. It is what it is sometimes, you know, we have to really start getting smarter out here, and we've got to stop killing each other. And I'm gonna do another video to add to this one, yeah, because the Chicago people, I don't know, man. It's like you lot have gone too far. You lot have gone so far, there's no turning back for you guys. But hopefully, and we'll keep praying for you. We'll keep praying for you, you know. You had certain guys like Duck, yeah, that used to hold down a lot of people. From what I'm hearing, they used to hold down a lot of people. So what does that mean? That means that you're killing all the wrong people. That's what it means. You know what I'm trying to say? So, like I said, I'm gonna put out another video talking more about that I was just talking about, yeah. So, like, share, subscribe. Peace.